Who will the Raiders draft on day 2? We have 3 picks in the 3rd round, 80, 81, and 91. And I want to know from everyone watching the Raiders Report right now who you think we're going to draft on day 2. Because round 1 was a very, very interesting time. The Raiders, they went out. They got some pretty talented players at wide receiver, and they got a talented cornerback in Damon Arnette. And I know there was some mixed bags on how y'all felt about those picks. For me, though, you go out, you get a wide receiver that fills a major need. I'll be interested to see whether or not the Raiders go out and get a wide receiver in round 3. Also, though, at cornerback, I did think Damon Arnette was a little bit of a reach, so I will be interested to see if Mike Mayock, if John Gruden, if they feel like they need to double dip at the cornerback position. Luckily for y'all, Chat Sports, we're going to be covering day 2 starting at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're not already subscribed to our main channel, please do. It's youtube.com/chatsportstv. We were the #1 most watched draft coverage on day 1, and it actually wasn't even close. So we absolutely dominated, over 1 million views on day 1 alone. Heck, we had 60,000 people watching at one time. If you want the #1 most watched draft coverage for tomorrow, make sure you subscribe to our Chat Sports channel. It's youtube.com/chatsportstv. Okay, let's get into this day 2 mock draft. Round 3, pick number 80. I have the Las Vegas Raiders selecting linebacker Malik Harrison. And if you watched my latest updated mock draft before this whole draft scenarios went down, I did have the Raiders going out and getting Harrison because to me, he's kind of like that old school linebacker who is just physical. And he's a Raider. And the fact that this team went out and got Corey Littleton, Nick Kwiatkowski in free agency, I think now it gives us the ability to go out and put a Malik Harrison at the middle linebacker position. His ability versus the pass does need to improve, but here's a solid point. He slowly is starting to get better there, and you could see that in the tape. And I actually think, I know a lot of y'all love Vontaze Burfict. Malik Harrison, to me, could be a Vontaze Burfict replacement. So let me know right now. Will the Raiders draft a linebacker on day 2? Type Y for yes, or you can type your N for no. Now, I had Malik Harrison going to the Raiders at pick 80, but obviously there's a lot of other prospects out there. So what I wanted to be able to do is give you guys some other linebackers that I think that this team could potentially look at. Me, y'all know that I love Willie Gay Jr. He's a very, very talented player out of Mississippi State, brings a lot of physicality, brings a lot of talent. Big fan of him. Then you got Khaleke Hudson out of Michigan, a very versatile player. He kind of played like safety, played linebacker all over the field for the Wolverines. Logan Wilson, I think you're looking at a sleeper here. Not one of the players that's most talented, but can be a leader on defense. And then Akeem Davis-Gaither. He's a little bit undersized. You can see there at 215 pounds, but flies around the football at the field. He kind of reminds me a little bit of what Corey Littleton is now, a player who filled into his body, a player who really lived up to some of the hype. Now, if you guys need a Raiders jersey, go to chatsports.com/Raiders1. Yes, we can get you a Henry Ruggs jersey. I can get you a Damon Arnette jersey. Only $99 right now. So go to chatsports.com/Raiders1. I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to put it in the comments section. I'll also put it in the description. So if you want to go rep the Raiders number 12 pick, you can do that, but you got to go to the link below, chatsports.com/Raiders1. Let's keep this mock draft moving here because we had pick 80. Now we got pick 81. I'm going to go with Justin Madubuike, defensive tackle out of Texas A&M. And he's solid versus the run, and I think he can also get after the quarterback. And the fact that a man this big is running the 4.83 40-yard dash, I think it's actually pretty scary. Now, he is a little bit inconsistent at times, but you can see the raw upside. There is no doubt about that. And with all these trade rumors starting to circulate around P.J. Hall, I am actually starting really to wonder whether or not the Raiders go out and get a defensive tackle. Let's talk about another player that I like a lot on the defensive end, Bradley Anae out of Utah. Sure, he's got short arms, but the hustle, you can definitely see it in a player like him. All right, now let's go to Khalil Davis, defensive tackle out of Nebraska. Had a pretty monstrous year, the senior, and at 315 pounds. If we are looking at the defensive tackle position, Khalil Davis, I know, is somebody on the Raiders' radar. Another player that's been in a lot of reports is McKelvin Agam out of Arkansas. I've had some mixed baggage on him. I think he is really talented. I think he could fit what the Raiders want to do. And if ultimately this team is looking to go and improve in the interior defensive line, a lot of these players, I just want you, okay? Just want you to keep in mind. And also keep this in mind. The Big C, it sucks. But guess what? Here at Chat Sports, here at the Raiders Report, I'm pumping out daily videos. I mean, it's like 1:30 a.m. right now, and I'm pumping out a video for y'all. So hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications so you know when we drop a video, and enable the notifications. What does that mean? That means as soon as I drop a video, it's like a text message gets sent to your phone. You just swipe it with your thumb, and then you got a vid. Gotcha? Make sure you subscribe to the Raiders Report. Let's go to the last pick here in round 3, pick number 91. I'm going to go with Bryce Hall. And Bryce Hall, for me, is a high upside pick where if he would have came out in 2019, I think he'd be easily a first-round pick. Now, I might be giving away my opinion on Damon Arnette, and if you haven't already gone out and seen my grades video, please go check it out. But I think after picking Damon Arnette at 19, you got to swing for the fences here, and that's what I'm going to do at the cornerback position, because if Bryce Hall is fully healthy, it would not surprise me if he ends up being one of the top cornerbacks to come out in this year's class. Now, let's say Bryce Hall's off the board, or maybe they're looking at another position at corner. I'm going to throw out another 4 names that you could at least put in the secondary. The first guy I'm going to bring up is Akeem Robertson, who has been a player, has been linked to some Raiders draft rumors here and there, also a sleeper. Lamar Jackson, no, not the quarterback, but the cornerback out of Nebraska at 6'3", 215 pounds. He's a big dude who's going to bring some physicality to this defense. Now, I'm going to ask you guys this question. What's the bigger need right now for this Raiders defense? Is it cornerback after going out and get Damon Arnette? Or is it safety? We did go out and get Demarius Randall in free agency, but it's an honest question, I think, because I've already been asked it way too many times. So what's the bigger need? Throw in the comment section, cornerback or safety? Now let's go to the safety position, because let's say some of those cornerbacks that I just mentioned, they're not on the board. You guys know that I love Kyle Duggar. I think he's going to go in round 2, but I'm telling you what right now, if he's available and he's sitting there in round 3, I'd probably even take him at pick 80. Let's now go to another safety who Kenny Robinson played for the XFL last year, but was kicked out of West Virginia. He says that he was taking his own test. Kenny, I'll say I believe you. Bottom line, if you are looking to upgrade at the safety position, he's a player who does bring some talent. Today's other sponsor is Black Sunday. Shout out to them. They're hooking us up with some t-shirts, but if you want the hat that you see on screen, you got to go to chatsports.com/Black Sunday hat and use that code DRAFT20. That's going to save you 20% off. That code is only good for the NFL draft. I've had a lot of content up on the show. I've shown a lot of hats on the show. I think you and I would all agree that's the coolest freaking Raiders hat I have ever seen. So go to chatsports.com/Black Sunday hat and save, okay, 20% when you use code DRAFT20. Let's keep this draft day targets show moving here. I got Cam Akers, running back out of Florida State. I think he's a potential pick there you could go out and get in round 3. A wide receiver that I like a lot is Chase Claypool. Now, somebody that I didn't put on the show, Michael Pittman Jr. I don't think Michael Pittman Jr. falls to round 3, but Denzel Mims didn't get drafted in round 1, so you never know what's going to happen. But if Chase Claypool isn't there, I think kind of a plan B option to him could be a Brian Edwards out of South Carolina. A big receiver, could help us in the red zone. Doesn't quite have as much athletic raw ability as Claypool, and I don't think he's quite as talented as a Michael Pittman Jr., but if we are still looking to upgrade at the wide receiver position because Henry Ruggs is a little bit small, I think those are 2 pretty solid options. But again, I want to just hit you guys on the head with this. Please go subscribe to our main Chat Sports channel, youtube.com/ChatSportsTV, where we will be live again tomorrow starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We were the #1 most watched draft coverage today, and I am very, very proud to say that. So if you like what I do here at the Raiders Report, if you like the live and interactive stuff, I promise you, we have roulette wheels, we have dart guns, we're taking shots, we're chugging beers, and also we are interacting with the audience the entire time. So I encourage you, drop what you're doing right now, okay? And go subscribe to the channel. It's youtube.com/ChatSportsTV. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it in the comments section below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.